everyone, and welcome back to the Introverted Aromatherapist. Today, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about what I call the language of scent. A lot of times people come to me and they say, oh, I have this scent and it smells wonderful, but I don't know how to describe it. Or sometimes they describe it completely incorrectly, and I'm searching for something for them that's completely incorrect because, again, they don't know how to describe scent. So I'm going to talk about 6 categories of scents, which are how we as scent makers tend to describe scent. The first one should be pretty obvious. It's called flowery. It's like flowers. It's like roses or jasmine or carnations. It's the sweet, flowery, pretty, feminine sort of scent that we all sort of associate with perfumes and especially feminine scents. It's anything that has been drawn from a flower, so that includes lavender too, even though I would actually classify lavender as a more herbal scent. So let's talk about herbal scents for a little bit. Herbal scents are things which come from herbs. Some of them, like cooking herbs, like thyme or sage or oregano or clary sage, which is a quite different scent than sage. They come from herbs, they come from green things. Sometimes they can be grassy, which is yet another classification, really. So herbal things are like sage and oregano and thyme and parsley. Grassy smells like grass. It smells like freshly mowed lawn. So grassy is another term we can use besides herbal, which tends to be more pungent than grassy. We can also make a scent that's fruity. Fruity refers to fruits. Mangoes, oranges, lemons, limes. If we're talking about orange, lemons, limes, bergamot, tangerine, mandarin, those are citruses, which can be a subset of fruits. Fruits can be strawberry, raspberry, mango, pineapple, you name it, any sort of fruit. Now the fruits generally are synthetic fragrances, whereas the citruses are generally pure essential oils. So that's a fruity scent. We can have a spicy scent, which is anything we would consider as spice, like cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, ginger, turmeric, cardamom, coriander, all the spices we would use in our cooking. These refer to spicy scents. Spicy scents are generally warm. They're generally used in small quantities in a scent. If a scent is spicy, that means that the small amounts of the spices in the scent have been allowed to dominate the scent, which is not usually the case. So that's spicy. A scent can be earthy. Earthy usually refers to things like patchouli or vetiver or oak moss or tree moss. Anything that's earthy and reminds us of freshly turned earth, the forest. The forest is another category. Forest can be pine, spruce, juniper, any of those coniferous trees. It can be a piney scent, it can be a foresty scent, or it can be an earthy scent, which is darker, deeper, more like patchouli and vetiver and oak moss. We can have a musky scent. Now the musks are interesting. Long ago, real musk was used. Real musk is actually taken from the sex glands of the Tibetan musk deer, and they do kill the deer for their sex glands. This wasn't considered very palatable. After a while. They stopped doing it. And besides, real musk smells like the sex gland of a deer. It smells like an armpit. It's really not very pleasant on its own. It was highly, highly, highly diluted to go into fashionable perfumes. When we stopped using the poor little musk deer, we started doing synthetic musks. And the first synthetic musks were very nice, but they didn't stay very long. So they didn't stay around very long. But what they found after a time is where they did stay was in clothes. So the very first synthetic musks became our detergent smells for our laundry detergents. There was a second generation of synthetic musks which we're still using now. And there's lots and lots and lots of them. I have 10 of them just in my own collection. There's lots more even than what I have. Musks tend to be synthetic. There's very few real musk scents available anymore. And the synthetic musks tend to be in a category all their own. They're sort of sexy and subtle, and they hang around for a long time on your skin. They tend to bond with your skin very well and stay around a long time. They tend to be more like a pleasant body smell. That's a musky smell. We also have what we call resiny scents. Now the resins refer to things which are resins, saps, which are produced by bushes or trees, like frankincense or myrrh or elemi or benzoin or styrax. They're syrupy, sweet things that have a very particular sort of honey-like scent to them. And when they dominate in a scent, we call it resiny. So the 6 major categories of scents are flowery, fruity, earthy, musky, resiny, and spicy. There are subgroups of those like piney or foresty or grassy, but there's basically 6 major scent categories, and that's what they are. So if you folks have questions about this or you'd like to discuss it a little bit, please do so in the comments below. Please do subscribe, and please go over to my website at www.kamala.com and take a look at the many, many products that I make. That's all for now, folks. Walk in beauty.